Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. And yes, it's my birthday today, November 7th. I've got a couple announcements, and that's what this is going to be about. Okay, so first though, before I announce that, one thing I want to say is this year, 2023, has been an amazing year for me. Everything turned around just before the middle of the year. Things just boom, skyrocketed on my social media, my YouTube channel, my website, my sales. Everything just took off, and it's still going. And in 11 days from right now, we have our first seminar training, not only of the year, but since probably 3 years. Okay, so we're doing a relaunch, a restart, and it's all going on right now in San Rafael, California at the MC Suites Hotel. We are going to start the first day off with emotional grounding techniques and what I call walking consciousness techniques, to where you can stay clear-minded and very conscious. Everything that I've been talking about in the videos for the last 3 months about how to stay emotionally grounded, how to step into your power. This is one of the this is probably, if I could use one phrase, it's about stepping into your power. There is a form of power, hidden power, that's inside you. Now here's the deal. I don't remember the poem, but there was a poem that was written, and it was essentially God saying, where do we hide their power until they're ready to find it? It'll be the last place that they will look for in the entire universe, because they wanted to hide your power from you until you were truly ready for it. So God hid your power inside. Again, this is why Jesus said, look within. So when I say step into your power, what I'm really saying is step back into your power. Because most people are using the external brain. They're going from their forehead out. We need to get you to learn how to drop back down inside. And that is the number one thing that I specialize in. I call it internal power. So over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've been talking about how to not avoid narcissists, but get them out of your life. When you are internal, they have nothing to grab onto, okay? And that's the thing. You are external. You are up in your head. All of these things not only disconnect you from your power, but they also give the narcissist something to grab onto, and that's how they control you and manipulate you. Essentially, your energy is not down inside where it's supposed to be, so now they can push their energy into you, and not only push you around, but they can manipulate you. And this is the ultimate boundary buster, meaning this is the Great Wall of China. This is where you have healthy, strong, natural boundaries. There's an actual series of techniques that you can learn how to do, practice, and get really, really good at it, to where it becomes very natural. Because originally this is the way you were before society beat it out of you. Imagine having natural, healthy, powerful boundaries that you don't even have to think about. You just do a couple techniques and boom, they're there. And the narcissist will bounce off it and go, oh, I can't mess with this person, and they'll walk away. The reason why they messed with you is, number one, your energy was not down inside your body where it's supposed to be, and yes, that's what we're going to be teaching you in these courses. Number two, you didn't have solid boundaries, and because of both of those things, they invaded your space, they invaded your energy, and they took over. If you do not shift this, that's just going to continue on for the rest of your life. Once you learn how to do this, it becomes very powerful, very effective, and it's fun. Today at the store, I ran into someone, a narcissist from 10 years ago, a really, really, at the time, dark narcissist. I walked right up to him with the biggest smile. I looked him right dead in the eyes, and he quivered, and I mean literally quivered. Once you step back into your power, they're going to be like, oh shit, I can't pull the wool over this person's eyes. I want to say one thing right now. So if you guys think I've had an effect on your life through YouTube videos, imagine how much more powerful it's going to be in person. Alright, let's move on to the next step. So the next step is this. The second training is going to be the second day. It's going to be about what I call why men just don't get it. Now, ladies, I'm going to tell you something right now. This will be, beyond a shot of a doubt, there's no question about it. This course will be the most powerful, life-changing dating relationship course you have ever taken in your life. This will shift everything that you ever thought about the opposite sex. I don't think this, I know this. I've been doing this for 30 years. In fact, the lady at the hotel that set up the hotel room for me, the speaking room we're going to be in, she talked to me for 30 minutes. Once I started talking, her mouth just dropped. She goes, "You are literally explaining my entire life and my relationship right now." I'm like, yes. Nobody's teaching this. You'll never find it anywhere else on the planet. I am the only one teaching these new discoveries. I promise you, I guarantee you this, when you walk in the door and you listen to this course, it is not only going to be life-changing, it is going to be revolutionary. Your entire mind, your entire brain, and your perspective on relationships and the opposite sex will shift 180 degrees. You have heard a lot of phrases from people that didn't even know what they were talking about. They said pop phrases, pop words. It sounded cool, it sounded interesting, but I promise you this, when you walk in the door and learn from me about this course, your eyes are going to be opened for the first time in your life. I promise you, when it comes to understanding the opposite sex, the veil will be lifted, your eyes will be opened, and you will finally understand why men and women don't get along, why we don't understand each other in communication, and why men don't understand what it means to give you emotional fulfillment. Mentally stimulating and emotionally fulfilling communication, understanding on a deeper, more meaningful level. This is now possible between couples. The first step is you have to understand what's going on and why it's happening. The biggest problem between men and women is we do not understand each other at all, and I mean zero. The experts that you have gone to, they are the blind leading the blind. Once you walk out of this 4-hour course, I promise you, you're going to look back on all the books you read, on all the relationship experts that you've taken and all their seminars, and you're going to be like, they missed it completely. And I'll tell you what, they did, and I'm going to prove it to you. Most women, when they're young, from their teens into their 20s, they just keep thinking, because I've heard it a lot, I've actually talked to women about this, and after they take my course, they're like, oh. So a general experience with a woman is like, well, I just keep meeting the wrong guys. I just can't, I have bad luck in relationships. No, we are wired differently. Men do not communicate in the same way women do. But the answer is in the men's course, Cracked Female Code. They can learn how to open up to their internal awareness and give you mentally stimulating and emotionally fulfilling communication so they can connect with you on a much deeper level within, emotionally, and then physically. They will learn descriptive languaging using adjectives and adverbs, and they will absolutely add clarity to communication. For the first time in your life, in the first time in the history of the planet, men will learn how to speak their right brain's internal language to give you descriptive language, descriptive communication, where they use adjectives and adverbs in a way that you can feel it, you can understand it, you can see what they're talking about. Men do not do this. Men will just say, oh, I had a great day, honey, and they'll leave you with a complete blank. Have you ever had a conversation with your better half, your spouse, your husband, your boyfriend? So you said something that was very meaningful, something that was important to you. You said A out of your right brain, and unconsciously he took it over through his left brain processor. These are two different processors, and they give two completely different meanings to the exact same words. So you said A out of your right brain. He processed it unconsciously through his left brain, and it changed the meaning to everything you just said. So you said A, and guess what? He just heard B, and he will argue to death and say, well, you said this and this means that, and you're like, no, I said this and this means this, and you will go back and forth, and you will do this for the rest of your lives until he learns how to do this. Men and women hurt each other on accident due to complete and total misunderstanding. You do not understand men. I know you think you do, but you do not. And guess what? Men do not understand you at all. If I've impressed you with my videos, I promise you this, that's nothing compared to what you're going to experience in person live when you work with me, whether it's one-on-one coaching or coming to the seminar. November 18th, Saturday, this November. That's about 11 days from now. Go to my website, Mike Kollin, MikeKollin.com. Right at the very top, the very first slideshow, and the second, as you scroll down the second section, they will both take you to the Why Men Just Don't Get It course. This is for both the first day, the emotional grounding that I've been talking to you guys about for weeks now, and it's also going to be about why men just don't get it. They're going to be put together, and there's a purpose for it. Because number one, it's about being emotionally grounded. When a man learns how to become emotionally grounded, then it allows you to come out of your head and drop down inside and become emotionally grounded with him. This is something that men do not understand. I'll explain this in depth why. For my birthday, I'm going to ask you guys to sign up right now. If you have any problems financially or whatever, let me know. Send me an email. Let's talk. We will work this out. I want you there for both courses. The one for women is normally $325 to $375 alone. Okay, the why men just don't get it. And by the way, if you're a man, you absolutely can attend. This is going to be one of the events where both men and women can attend. I'm also going to do in the future where it's just for women. And if you have a group of 5 women or more, ladies, and you want to do a get together, we can. I will fly out. I will meet you. Do what if you're in the Bay Area or Southern California, wherever, I'll come out to you. And we will do a 4 to 5 hour thing. It's just for women, so you guys can be in your own energy and in your own space. So combine this course with the emotional grounding course, the internal awareness techniques, okay? That alone is normally $175 up to $250, okay? If we do one-on-one coaching, minimum it's going to be $250 per session. For this weekend only, it's going to be total of $199. That's it. If you bring a spouse, a boyfriend, even a girlfriend with you, she gets a 50% off. You guys can combine that. That'll be $300. Split it down. That's $150. And again, if you are having problems financially to make it, get a hold of me. Contact me. I promise you, we'll work something out. So one of the favorite things that I do, now look at this image, I think the most beautiful thing in the world is watching the light come on in someone's eyes when they've been lost in the dark for so long. This is something that I specialize in, especially with men. When men take the course, Crack the Female Code, there is an awakening that will happen. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. You would have to be an extremely left brain narcissist not to wake up. Those are the only ones who don't do it, okay? And I don't work with those people anymore now that I recognize them. When I help you to expand open from that linear logical place and you pop open and you expand your awareness, and there's something that you'll combine with that, what I'm going to call right now internal awareness and or being emotionally grounded, your whole worldview will shift. You will look at colors differently. You will taste food differently. Everything will shift, and you will suddenly be aware of women in a way that you never looked at them before. And you will realize for the first time in your life, you had no idea this is what women were like. You will suddenly understand energy. You'll understand what women were talking about when they're saying how to be tuned in, or I'm looking for someone who's in tune or tuned into himself or aware. All of this will be revealed to you. All of a sudden, women will make sense. All of a sudden, all that gibberish, what you thought was gibberish, was actually just a different language that you didn't speak. And ladies, I want to tell you something right now. A lot of things that you have said and done in history on a daily basis, you were correct. You were correct about the Bible, you were correct about the teachings of Jesus, but these left-brained men came and said, no, it's this way, because they were processing it through the logical linear way, and that is not the way Jesus was communicating. You're right. Jesus was internal. God is inside. Jesus did say, look within. All shall be revealed. The word you're reading at +1 equals atone. Atone equals at +1. This is what I'm going to be teaching you how to do. This is the holy union or the holy marriage between you and yourself, your divine self, which is within. That is God. And this is what I mean. Let's be careful, because a lot of you are going to go nuts on this. The Lord God Almighty is inside you. He has a connection inside you. That's why Jesus says to look within, so you can connect with God, because that is how you connect with God. That is what these techniques are going to teach you how to do. Did not Christ say the Lord God Almighty resides within the temple? And then did not Jesus Christ also say the body is the temple of the Lord? You were always meant to be powerful. You were always meant to be creative. You were meant to be happy. You were meant to live a life full of joy and happiness. No, not perfection. I didn't say it was going to be easy. I did not say it was going to be perfect. We are to overcome our challenges. What we are just now coming out of, finally, we're coming out of the age of Pisces. We have been lied to. We've been manipulated. We have been beaten down. All of that is getting blown away. That's what we're going through right now on the planet. All the crises of everything that's happening right now is because the wind is blowing. It's blowing all of this stuff away. We have moved into the new age of Aquarius, where knowledge is going to be poured down inside us. That's where I've discovered all of these things that I teach in my courses. That's why people are like, I've never read this anywhere, and you won't. We are coming out of the Dark Ages, finally. If you thought the Dark Ages was back in the King and Queen days, you are wrong. We have been in the darkness of the Dark Ages forever. We are just now coming out right now. The sun and the light is beginning to shine. If you think my videos have been impressive, I promise you, working with me in person, seeing me at this seminar is going to be not just a paradigm shift, it's going to be a life shift. Your whole world is going to change. I will see you guys at the seminar November 18th and 19th of this month, November, okay? If you have any problems, any challenges, get a hold of me. It's going to be a small group. I'm guessing between 10 up to 20 people, something like that. If you have any problems financially, if you need a roommate, we will try to match people up, okay? So let us know if you want a roommate so you can split the, not the rent, but the hotel fee. And remember, I can fly out to your area, to your city, if you have a small group of people, of at least 5 people or more, make it worth my time to fly out there. We can also do that. We will also do ladies' night only, or ladies' training only, so you can stay in your own space and in your own energy. Alright guys, I'm looking forward to seeing you there. God bless you. I will see you guys soon. If not at the seminar, I'll see you in the next video. Hey, this is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Click subscribe, click the like button. Go ahead and make a comment if you want. Go ahead and make a donation. That donation will be put towards the fees for renting the room for 2 days, plus some other fees on top of that. In the description box, there is a PayPal link where you can donate. That's it. We're done with this video. God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.